The first World Food Day was celebrated in Montreal in the late 70s. There's been some changes since that first meeting, but at the same time, many of the same issues remain. This year's theme focuses on food security and local farming, and experts here say producing food in our region holds a number of challenges.
Businesses like Home Sweet Home have grown from a greater public awareness about the food we eat, how it's grown, and where it's grown.
There was a big opportunity and need for a place where producers could sell their products, but also create opportunities for locals who didn't grow food to either connect with growers to learn about growing food so they can enhance their own food security, or have access to purchase local food.
There's no grading station.
That is part of the message on World Food Day, food security, along with hunger and access to a steady, healthy food supply.
I think we've always talked about hunger, certainly, and global hunger has been around for a long time. But food security has just captured a few more dimensions. It's not just hunger, it's about accessibility, affordability, availability. So it broadens the spectrum and it specifies the industry more than just a lack of food.
Local food production has become more common, as evidenced by the rise in farmers' markets. In Prince George alone, there are now 3 markets if you include UNBC and CNC's weekly markets. But the regulations around local food production are murky at best, despite efforts to have food security recognized.
Those who argue from the food policy perspective say it's about time. That it took a bunch of years before we had environment as a department, before it was all divided up into different soils and water and everything else. So food is the call now is for food to have its own department.
Dave Connell says there was a push years ago for food councils to oversee food production at the local level, but those have since disappeared. Beyond food security, there is also food sovereignty, something Home Sweet Home advocates.
Food security is about a person's access to food and their ability and their right to have access to food. We are really focused on food sovereignty, which is about a community or a neighborhood's ability to set their own governance and ideas about how they want to grow food and what food they want to eat, and their own decision making about where they buy their food from.
At a global food sovereignty forum in 2007, delegates adopted a mandate that defines the rights of people to healthy and culturally appropriate foods. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.